What's good, crypto? I'm your host, Marvin, here to bring you a daily scoop on everything going on in crypto. Bitcoin is in the middle of continuing its retracement, but should you be concerned? Should you be worried? In my opinion, I think this is fine. I think for the next couple of days, we will trade sideways, test a couple areas of support. But honestly, if you're looking to buy some cheap altcoins or cheap Bitcoin, these might be your opportunities because we won't be getting a lot more of these moving forward. The dips will become shallower. I mean, we're holding 60,000 very, very well. And of course, 63,000 is nothing to scoff at, in my opinion. But let's jump into the market. Let's take a look at everything going on. Take a look at some on-chain analysis as well. And just talk about what's going on in the market. But make sure to come here Monday through Friday to educate yourselves when it comes to investing in crypto to make life-changing wealth. None of this is financial advice, as I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you do your own due diligence and do your own research. And if you're looking to now earn double digits in APY for staking your crypto up, I think a little bit over 10% APY on stablecoins like USDC, make sure to use my link in the description of the podcast or the YouTube channel. Let's jump in and make sure to follow me on TikTok and Twitter at Crypto by Marvin and Instagram Media by Marvin. Crypto Fear and Greed Index is still at 74, so we're down from 77 extreme greed. Now we're just in greed. I think that even with how the market's performed, there's a lot of mixed emotions on crypto Twitter, if you guys exist or live on there. But, a lot of people are panicking, freaking out. But honestly, just looking at the overall sentiment of the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, the fact that we're holding 60,000 and we're not dipping down below 70s is pretty good. I mean, tomorrow the Crypto Fear and Greed Index could say something different. But considering yesterday we're at 65 and now we're down to 63, and we're just slouching right now in terms of what crypto and Bitcoin is doing. But holding 70 is pretty good in my opinion. I mean, that just shows what the market is doing. Taking a look, I'm just going to refresh the page. Bitcoin's holding just a little over 63,000. I think we are sitting at 63.99. So we are continuing to go down. I mentioned it today on my TikTok, but I kind of said the whole what was once wicked will be candlesticked. And 2 days ago, typically when you see a giant cascading, decline, kind of what we did the other day because of the Evergrande news, and then we have the first sell-off, there's usually a second sell-off that happens afterwards, and I think that's what we're going through right now. So we are in the middle of going through, and our previous wick down got us down to 62.70, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get down there. I think that we're probably going to revisit the $61,000 area. I wouldn't be too surprised. But I would be fine with that, honestly. Just continue to retest support and continue to move forward. Right now, we're just in the middle of a bit of a dump, which is fine. You just got to call it what it is. Short-term bearishness is fine. Macro, I am, of course, a mega bull. But right now, we did overextend ourselves at 69,000. You can see that. There was a lot of sell volume happening here. And the bulls are just getting some rest. I wonder if I can pull up some fib retracements. Nope. Anyways, yeah. So right now, in my opinion, we're just holding this area, 63,000. I would not be surprised if we went back down. I would like to hold 63 as an area of support, but worst case scenario, I think we're probably going to go down to 61, 62, where there's a lot of support down here. There was a lot of buying around that 62, 61 area, but I am generally not too concerned. I think that we're probably going to bounce back up in a couple of days, but these are good buying opportunities for anybody who's new into crypto, who recently bought in, buying it at a 10% discount. If you bought at like 69, we're down 10%, but we've seen this before where, we wicked up to 67, went down about a little bit over 10%, actually, I think 11 or 12%. So we're still up. Everything else is looking fine, in my opinion. And looking at the weekly, we are in a shooting candle formation, which we've done before. We actually did it in the middle of October, where we had 1 week where we had the shooting star, and then we have 2 weeks of just moving forward. So could this be it? We'll see. but I am personally not too concerned. These shooting star candles are not the best thing to see, in my opinion. I would like to see Bitcoin start to move in the right direction in the coming days. But right now, we are just in the middle of, figuring ourselves out. But I'm not too concerned, honestly. Bitcoin hanging out at over 60,000. I'm super bullish. I've been accumulating all summer, so my position, I'm fine. I'm just letting it right out. Let me know what you guys think. But right now, I think we are just in the middle of, continuing to test previous support and just hanging out. Honestly, take some time away from the charts too. You will drive yourself crazy if you look at them every day like a madman like myself. But I want to go into some of the on-chain analysis. This is from Pantoshi. He commented on Will Clemente's on-chain analyst shows signs of early stage distribution of Bitcoin and gets attacked because he's being objective and not posting any only bullish content. As analysis, your job is to be objective. It will be interesting how to see the new crowd handles a market that trades two ways. So we go up and down. But this is honestly so what Will Clemente is showing is the long-term hold net position change, showing the distribution of long-term holders to short-term holders or newbies in the space. So typically when we start to see long-term holders switching hands, starting to sell, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see that once we start to see red, that means that we're entering the bull market. We're starting to see long-term holders start to take profits and start to sell out. This is nothing to be cautious about. This just means this is where the fun is beginning. If we take a look at earlier this year, we could see long-term holders starting to sell last November. This peaked out and continued to move up until April. So nothing to really be concerned about. We saw our first major sell-off peak out about in the middle of January of this year when we hit about, I believe that was about 40,000. We had the retracement, then we continued to blast off to 60,000, where we had long-term holders continuing to sell. So we are literally just starting that. So that means we have a lot of ways to go. I mean, the sell-off happened from November all the way until March, where we peaked out around 50 to 60,000. So now we are just starting to see that. So I think we have a lot of room to run, and that means the exciting part of the bull market's happening. Again, it happened for 6 months, and this long-term hold net position change may last for, who knows, 4 to 6 months, or however the rest of this bull run lasts for. So we'll see. So again, long-term holders buy Bitcoin into weakness and sell into strength. That's the whole point of the game. You sell into strength. As Bitcoin goes up, you want to sell because you want to hold on the way up. So that's just some interesting updates from Will Clemente. Again, totally recommend him on Twitter. And also something that he brought up with the Bollinger Bands. He talked about the squeezes having a faked out and to grab liquidity, and it's happening again. It's been happening for 4 times in a row. He said this on his newsletter. Hope all is well. Hope you guys had a great week. I want to see if I can reformat this. Had a great week. Bitcoin's consolidating in a tight range between 60 and 64. On the daily chart, we've entered a volatility squeeze shown via the wick high time frame indicator. Hate to be the guy, but it's time to pay attention soon. Volatility is coming. Are only strong opinions I have about the immediate term price action here. Immediate term price, so short term. One thing to note though, during the last 3 squeezes we'd had shown in the chart below, the market has first faked out to grab liquidity from breakout traders and then swiftly gone in the opposite direction. We're currently sitting smack between the upper and lower bands, but that's something to keep an eye out. And if we pull up the chart, we can see that, earlier back in April, May, when we hit 60,000, we escaped the Bollinger Bands, and then we got pushed down into the summer correction. And the opposite happened where we went all the way down in July, on July 21st, and we had that squeeze. We touched the bottom of the Bollinger Band, and then we started to move our way up. And then September, when we first hit a little bit over 52, 53,000, or actually 51, we escaped the Bollinger Band. We went wicked high, and then we got pushed back down. Now, again, we are in the Bollinger Band. We escaped around the 69,000, got pushed back, and that's kind of what he's saying. So interesting to see those developments play out from Will Clemente. Really, really good stuff. Again, you can't be unbiased when it comes to these things. You have to be very, very honest with what's going on in the market, especially as an analyst. So I'm glad that he's sharing that. It's good to keep an eye on that on all perspectives. But overall, I think the market is just playing its way out and just hanging out. So just stay tuned, stay tight. Honestly, take a couple of days away from crypto or buy crypto. Take advantage of it. I mean, Ethereum's below 4,600. I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's kind of like a good deal. Cardano just a little over $2. Solana at $2.24. Avalanche at $82. It was just at like $98 a couple of weeks ago, so 20% off. Polkadot is at $45, so it's at 15% off. VeChain at $15.46. That's pretty good. So there's a lot of deals to be had in the market. Let's take a look from the winners. Right now, the ones that are doing decently well are like anything NFT metaverse, so Decentraland, Sandbox. Algorand's doing well. Engine Coin up a little bit. You get $3. Chili's at 50 cents. I'm sure there's a lot of other things that you can get on discount right now. Cadena down 20%. It was at like $28, so it's at $21.20, so not a bad buy, honestly. IOTX, Loopring is cooling off. LifePeer, Mina, Terra's at 47, Solana down. Avalanche, as I mentioned, Chainlink, Harmony at a little bit under 27 cents. Uniswap is down, AMP. So a lot of things are down. So there's a lot of deals to be had. So do your research, look at some good projects, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace out. I think we're going to continue to consolidate and hang out with Bitcoin. I don't see a lot going on in the next couple of days. We're going to trade sideways or just retest that 62,000, 61,000 area. Peace out, guys. I'll see you on Monday.